Hey guys, Moose here. Welcome to a new series that we have running called Frostpunk, which seems to be a really cool sort of town builder a little bit. Not totally, it's not really that simple. But it seems like a really fun game. I played it on stream a little bit, and basically the idea is that there's like everything, temperature on Earth dropped dramatically and no one really knows exactly why, but all the cities are apparently useless now for reasons I don't understand. And our group left London for, like, I don't know. The thing that I don't get that doesn't make sense to me is the story said they went north. And I don't know why. Yeah, see, we fled from London and crossed the sea to reach the frozen north. Why would you go north? That doesn't make any sense to me. But they did, so whatever. A handful of us managed to reach the site of this generator, only to find it frozen solid and abandoned. So the generator is like a thing in the middle, we'll see it in a moment here, but apparently there were people that went before these guys went. So we're not the first expedition, and you'll kind of see a little bit about that. Anyway, let's head on in. We are in a crater, and we have this generator in the middle, which there's many things about this game that make no sense to me at all. One, why would you go north? Two, why is the most efficient heating method that you can come up with a giant, basically, like, contained fire in the middle of town? Anyway, we need to turn it on. And in order to turn it on, we need coal. So we're gonna rush. I want wood too, so I'm going to put people to work on wood, and we have 80 people total, 20 of which are unemployed, 5 of which are workers, 15 of which are engineers. And that's basically just where they can work, but we're not going to worry too much about that yet. I'll put all the engineers to work getting coal, and I'll put 5 of the remaining workers to work getting wood. So we have coal now, so we have some. So we can go ahead and turn this on. And now we have this little center area. So we have a stockpile and our generator. That's all we have. And you can see this area around the generator is the area that it heats. So it's reaching the appropriate temperature here. And you have range settings, which you can mess with later. We'll look into that. You can look at consumption. I don't totally understand the difference between these two. But yeah, we're at level 1. And we're not gonna, yeah, see, you can see what it is. This doesn't, it really genuinely doesn't make sense to me, but we have a little mission here to stockpile some coal. We're doing quite well, so we're gonna let that roll. Coming up pretty soon, we have buildings anyway, so let's just talk about that. We got tents, that's homes. It seems like not a great, I don't know why you wouldn't build like a barracks basically, but anyway, click on this, workers needed. Yeah, okay, so this is one of the mechanics. You can sign into law, various things. One of them is child labor or child shelters. They'll safer if they stay in child shelters during the day and they won't cause any mischief. That's great, hope goes up, and we get a permanent hope bonus if we have a spot for every child, but then I have to build a child shelter, and you'll see why that's slightly problematic. I don't really like child labor. It seems like an unnecessary hope loss. I can survive the early game just fine without it, so I'm not going to go for it. There's a lot of other stuff we can get to. I already know I'm going to want radical treatment. I did this on stream. If you get people who are gravely ill, ideally that never happens, but you really just have 2 options. Either you can... The only way you can treat them is by doing radical treatment, which may involve amputations, which makes them amputees, which we'll get to later, or you can just basically put them into a home and try to sustain them. I hate this. This seems terrible, so I'd rather take radical treatment. Especially early, because I think it's a... No, it is a good thing. It's very strange, like, that was a bonus. It's desirable but controversial. I don't understand. Anyway, you get some little pop-ups. People are saying we have 80 people homeless. We don't care that much about that at the moment. Finished our thing. That didn't do anything for us. Okay. We need food. We need a hunter's hut or a hothouse. We can only build a hunter's hut. We don't have access to a hothouse yet. And then we need a cookhouse to make the meals. So, I'm not going to worry about people being homeless right now. It's not a major issue just yet. So here's one interesting thing that I learned from playing on the stream. We got the cookhouse, base heating level 1. It's basically where the cooking happens, right? Then there's a hunting hut, base heat level 2. Okay, so it's warmer. So what I'm going to do is put this one within the heat radius, close to the generator. But I'm going to make use of this not immediately obvious tool to make roads here. And then I'm going to put the hunter's hut right here. And I can already tell you I'm going to want more than one. But we're not going to worry about that just yet. But I'm probably going to put it in the back regardless. So let's go ahead and speed up time a little bit. You can see we're doing pretty well on coal. That's doing quite well. I don't have anyone to do any building though, so I'm going to take 5 people off of wood, because we're actually doing okay on wood, and probably start taking people off of everything else too. Not everything else, but probably take people off coal. Okay, no roof overhead, so I was waiting for this to happen. 2 days to make for 80 people is not going to happen. 2 days for 40 people is definitely doable. You can probably do this, but it takes... Actually, you know what? I could probably do this. It's a little bit aggressive, but given that I know how to play, I can probably do it. Let's shoot for the stars. And we can start working on that right now. There's our first 4. We're going to have to keep at least 15 people on wood. And I'm going to go ahead and take 10 people off of coal. Because I really need these buildings to go up ideally quickly. So you may have noticed that I put all of these within the heat radius. I think homes might be the most important thing to have within the radius. Everything else matters too. Everything matters, obviously. You have this right here. But it's not as critical as you might think. Okay, remember this. People usually look for the quickest solution, not the best one. You don't have to agree to everything they ask for. If you fix the problem your way, that's fine. Okay. Works for me. Our discontent is super low and our hope is really high, so I probably didn't need to go super hard on building shelter, but it's something that I want to do anyway. I would prefer not to have anyone be homeless. So whatever, we'll go for it. People from our convoy. Build a beacon, scout Frostland. Okay, so that's a really big mechanic that we're going to get to hopefully quickly, but it's going to take some resources, so we're not going to be able to do it today. And when I say today, I mean literally this day in game time. Who works here? Workers. It can be engineers too. So I'm going to send engineers to work in the cookhouse. And I'm going to send 15 workers to go hunt. And I think they're going to go hunt right away. Alright. We have enough to build one more tent, but I only have 9 wood. I need one more to build the next one. And I'm going to have people working on that, so we're pretty happy there. There go the hunters. How do I want to do this? I'm going to bring this down to 5. And I'm going to put them to work here. We need wood. Like, to finish this, we need wood. It's going to be critical. So you can see the hunters are out here. They get about 15 a day, but that's max. They can get less. So if they get less, obviously that's bad. But in my experience, they tend to be like 13 to 15, basically. Things are going pretty well for the moment. 2 people are sick, but they're not gravely. You can see here they're not gravely sick, and we can introduce a new law. Fantastic. So I'm gonna take Care House because that's what I found that was useful previously, and basically what Care House is when you do get people who are amputees, you can have them stay in a care house where they eat only half as much as they normally do, and they people are happy about it. So it kind of saves you some of the negatives of having amputees, basically, which again I feel is the preferable option to the alternative, personally. Okay, we need 3 more homes today. I think that's going to be doable. Kick the time up. I don't really like that the time gets reset every time you get a little pop-up mission thing, but it's whatever. It's mostly just irritating. Alright, we already have enough wood for another house. 2 more now. So I just need 1 more, which we're going to have enough for pretty quick. And you can see this little countdown thing here telling you how much time you have left. So we're going to finish at least the shelter one super early. The care house might take a little longer, but I'm confident we're going to be able to do it just fine. Here's the last house. Alright, so everyone is going to have a home, and they're all going to be heated. No one has any reason to be sad. Hopefully. So you can see there's a coal deposit here. There's frozen trees here. Steel wreckage. There's basically 3 major resources and then 1 kind of like one-off. Steam cores are weird. I don't really understand those just yet. But they're like used for specific things. Like, some of the higher-end buildings, I think, require them. Anyway. We want to look at a workshop. I wish I could put it right there. We're going to put it right here. I don't know what the... Okay, so it does have +2. So that's perfect for us, because we don't... It's not going to be cold. Is the important thing. Okay, everyone's hopeful because we have homes. Good reason to be hopeful. There go our hunters, as it is evening. By the way, people only works for part of the day, so it's not like a full day thing. I want to put you guys to work here. In fact, I want to put all the workers to work there too. I lied. Just the workers, because I need the engineers here. And then for that, we can look at research. Okay, so we want to do beacon first because that's part of the story mission, but we can look at everything here. So you progress down this way, but you got heating, exploration and industry, resources, and food, health, and shelter. So the first one here I really like. It's hunter's gear. I'm probably going to get that after beacon. I like the resource ones are good too because you get... Right now we're just gathering stuff that's laying around, but long term you like mine actual resources. You can see here. It pumps stuff up. That's like a mining thing. And then you get faster gathering, but we're not... I don't know how much this is actually useful. We'll have to see how that works. And then you can get like a mini generator, and then you can also like put heaters out by workplaces. I don't really like that very much. I don't like either of these. I hate the idea that we need those. I mostly on this one go down to the generator range upgrade immediately. That one's real good because it gives you more space to work with. It like extends out past here so you can build more. You can build outside of the range as you see here, but it's not People don't like it because it's cold. It's not that bad though. They can live with it mostly. Probably want that next. Hesitant to build it because we're kind of lacking manpower, but we need it, so whatever. It'll be a little bit cold, but they'll learn to live with it. Tutorials, bunch of tutorials. So you can see we got 163 food. I can already tell you we're gonna need another one of these really quick, but hopefully it won't take. Hopefully we don't need it just yet, but we are gonna want. I had, I think, 3 within the first hour and a half playing when I streamed it, so you definitely want to build those out reasonably quickly. But we're doing really well at the moment. No, there's like no discontent. Everyone's got hope. We're doing quite well on resources, all things considered. I'm reset again. I hate that. Wood and, you know, wood and steel are low, but that's a good thing. Ideally, you want to fly as close to the sun as you can. And then if you need more of anything in particular, you do that. But yeah, does that make sense? Sorry, I don't know if I'm explaining this properly. In an ideal world, you guys don't need to be working on coal. That's fine. In an ideal world, if you're making a perfectly difficult game of this variety, then that means that the player has to have a very, like, there's a specific correct answer where if you have 80 people, the percentage that you need on each task is 100%. Or, sorry, yeah, so she's saying we want you to go out and find my family that got lost, which is what we're building the beacon for. That's our research project. What was I saying? So basically it's saying to support 100 people, you need... God, I hate the fucking time reset again. The idea is that if you're making a perfectly difficult resource management game where you have people like this, you'd say if you have 100 people, you need 50 on food to support them, you need 10 on coal to support the heating required, you need however much for everything that's consumable, you need a certain amount. And then you have whatever to get the remaining materials that are required. I might say, like, no, 15's good. We're gonna need a bunch of wood. We need metal too, obviously, but damn it, the fucking thing constantly getting reset. I hate that so much. Everything we do here is gonna take food, or wood, so I'm actually gonna pull people out of here and say, get to work here. Wait, why do I have... Oh, because they finished the coal. Oops. Well, we're fine on coal. I don't need 15 people working on coal right now. I can introduce a new law, but I don't think I want anything that's there right now, so I'm not going to worry about it. So yeah, you might be noticing that our food is consistently going down, so technically we do need another hunter's hut, but not going to worry about that just yet. 20 wood, 35 steel. So it's good that I have 15 people on steel. I also have 15 on wood, to be fair. So thankfully all of our sick people are being treated. They will not work, I think. Depending on who it is, they might stay and not work. It depends on the... I honestly don't know how it works. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. It's difficult to explain, I guess. Mostly because I wouldn't know where to start. I don't know why it works that way. It just does. Oh, okay. I've never looked at this before. Huh. Gain is plus 30, consumption's minus 80. But it's not that simple. Oh, no, it is. Okay, never mind. So you get 2 rations per raw food. If you look, you've got raw food and rations. So one raw food makes 2 rations, and we're using, what is it, 80? Sorry, I got a cough. God, I hope that wasn't too loud for you guys. My allergies are killing me. That time of the year, unfortunately. Anyway, does it not say consumption here? I thought the other ones had... Oh, there it is. Okay, so we're... Okay, so now I understand what this is. We need, like... To support even 80 people, we need 3 minimum. And the third one doesn't... The third one can be working at 1/3 capacity. But... Or sorry, 2/3 capacity. So, but that means that to support 80 people, as things stand at my tech level currently, I would need 40 people. I need half the population working on food production if I'm using hunting. Now what I can do about that is research hunter's gear. And I think that's what I'm going to do. Because to be totally honest, that's not going to fly. I can't put half my workforce on food. Not to mention the extra 5 it takes to do cooking. So it's really 45. It's more than half of our population on food. Now, if I kick it to 20, then in theory, I only need 35 people. That knocks off 10. The problem with that is it's not actually going to be that, because this isn't how many they get, this is the max. So it's a little bit more difficult than that. But we're going to make it work. Anyway, that is going to do it for our first episode of Frostpunk. I hope you guys enjoyed this series. I'm very much looking forward to playing more of it. It's quite a fun game, and I enjoy it quite a bit. It's a nice little resource management game. Kind of town builder / resource management. I'm quite excited to play more of it. So, thank you for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you'll join us for the next one as well. If you did, there's always a Twitch stream over at twitch.tv/electronicmoose, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, 6 to 8 p.m. PST, 9 to 11 p.m. EST. Feel free to come by and check out a stream. If not, thanks for watching here on YouTube, and I will see you next time. Take care.